Child, I had to meditate myself before I start this review. I had to take a bath. I had to get myself cleaned up. I had to put on some clothes. Like, I had to do a little something before I did this because, child, I don't want to do this shit. What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 13 Reunion Part 2. Okay, so let me just tell y'all something right now. This reunion ain't about shit. This reunion didn't even need to be 3 parts. It could have just been 2 parts and we out of here. Cause it ain't really about nothing. Like, I don't even see this review being that long, to be quite honest. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I don't see it being that long. I don't see, you know, none of that. So it is what it is. But we just gonna go on and get into it. I got like 14 notes. So we're gonna get right on through them, and we're gonna get down with the get down. So the question is, why has LaToya come for Drew? LaToya feels like she hasn't necessarily come for Drew for no reason. But I feel like that's a lie. That's the reason why I was really team Drew from the very beginning, because LaToya did come for her first. She was talking about her wig. She was making all these shady ass remarks towards Drew and all this other stuff. But then after the fact, you know, LaToya felt like, okay, I talked about her wig, fine. But then when we got to South Carolina or whatnot, that's when she started talking about that I didn't care for husbands. So when she said I didn't care about husbands, then that's when I started attacking her. And I can honestly say, looking back on everything, LaToya was petty, Drew was petty. They were both petty. They were both trying to get their Kenya and Portia moment. That's what they were trying to do, and that's what happened. Now, Drew starts talking about how she feels like her and LaToya really have a connection. They've gotten along outside of the cameras. She's been to LaToya's house. She's been to, you know, LaToya been to her house. They've seen their kids, seen each other's kids. So with that being said, if they got all of this stuff going on with each other, why is it that when they get on camera, they're doing this fuck shit? That's what I'm trying to understand. If y'all got all that shit going on, why the fuck are y'all on the fuck shit when y'all get in front of the camera? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Because this beef, as entertaining as it was, it's kind of exhausting because y'all never get nowhere with it. So what the fuck is it? You know what I mean? And then it's like, but Drew, I feel like towards the end, it was Drew that was really, you know, laying it on thick with this whole beef between her and LaToya. You know what I mean? That's really what it was. So I'm just like, well, Drew wanted a moment, and you know LaToya wanted a damn moment. She was on YouTube for so many years. I never heard of her at all in my life, but she was on YouTube for quite a few years. And, you know, now she's on TV, and she's just trying to get her moment. And Drew been trying to get on several TV shows, and now she's on one that's not scripted, and she had to get her money some kind of way, so it is what it is. So we get into Kenya and LaToya. Now the question is there still a little bit of romance in the air for LaToya and Kenya? Kenya said that she's very disappointed by LaToya at this point in time, which she has every right to be, because LaToya has done a couple of things that's kind of two-faced and kind of fake, you know what I mean? So I kind of get exactly what she's saying with that. So LaToya, you know, at the end of it all, LaToya apologized for not having Kenya's back because she felt like Kenya was down for her. She was looking out for her. But at the same time, when it came down to Kenya, it's like, girl, you only knew this girl for a couple of weeks when the show first started. You didn't really know her like that. So why would you feel like she was going to have your back all together? She don't know you like that. She don't know none of these girls like that. She's trying to get in where she fit in. So at this point, why would you feel like she was going to owe you any kind of loyalty at this point? Because that's just not the way it works out, honey. She wasn't finna give you shit. She was just gonna give you exactly what she could give you, and then by the time the show ends, she'll know where her allegiance go. That's just what it is. You should know this by now. LaToya says she kissed Drew. Drew wanna lie and say she didn't. Drew don't know how to lie for nothing in the world. Okay, she can't lie worth a damn. You can tell when she lying. Drew don't know how to lie, and that is what it is. Girl, just own it. Own your shit. You kiss LaToya. Move on. You like the girl more than what you let on. Stop faking in front for the cameras and stop trying to be Portia's lapdog like Shamia is. Just stop. Then Kenya confronts LaToya about being two-faced as far as, you know, telling Portia, Shamia, and Marlo her business when it came down to the alimony situation with her husband and shit like that. So LaToya then brought up Kandi and said, but Kandi brought it up to Don Juan. And Kandi said, that wasn't the best idea for me, and it wasn't the best idea for you. Don't deflect, okay? We already know that Kandi was fucked up for bringing it up to Don Juan. Although Don Juan and Kenya are friends, it was still not really her place to bring it up at all. So just because you're in the hot seat, don't try to deflect and bring up somebody else's situation. Y'all were both wrong, and there it is. Kenya bringing her baby on the trip. Okay, so let's just say that Kenya has brought her child on the trip several seasons. I don't understand why everybody feels the need to get so upset about the fact that her child is coming. I'm guessing they felt as though they should have gotten the leeway to say, if I don't have nobody to look after my child, then, you know, I should be able to bring my child. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes down to these girl trips, I feel like their kids should not even be there. Let's just keep it 100. None of their kids should be there. That's just how I feel about it. But when it came down to Kandi and how upset she was about it, I'm like, girl, you got more money than everybody on this cast. So if you really wanted to, like, you wasn't going to have any problems or any qualms about bringing your child, about having somebody look after your child. You got aunties out the world. You got many people to help you out. You wasn't going to bring your child, so why the fuck you crying? You've been leaving your children to go work and do everything else, so what the fuck you crying for now? It ain't no double standards. It's just that everybody wanted a reason to be mad. And I feel like when it comes down to Kandi, I just feel like she's in a weird ass place right now. And I'm just going to be honest about it. She's in a weird ass place. On one hand, everybody's saying, why does she never call Kenya out on her shit? On another hand, it's kind of like this. Why doesn't she call Portia out on her shit? So it's kind of like, on one hand, you want her to call out Kenya, but then when she calls out Kenya, the Kenya fans are pissed. You want her to call out Portia, but when she calls out Portia, the Portia fans are pissed. So it's like everybody wants Kandi to be the wherewithal to call everybody else out on their shit. Why is it always got to be her to do it? I understand what y'all are saying, but why do y'all need for her to call out everybody else? But then again, if she called everybody else to the carpet, she would have more to do on this show and she wouldn't be such a bore. Now, Kenya's saying that her mothering was better than Portia's. I feel like that was a stretch. I don't think that anybody's mothering is better than the other one. I don't know how she feels as though she could speak on somebody else's mothering skills. I highly doubt that she can. She don't know how Portia is as a mother, so she can't say that her mothering is better than Portia. Kenya did too much on that one. Kenya feels like Drew wanted to beef with her. She ain't got no problem with Drew. Drew wanted to beef with Kenya. She feels like Drew was groomed by Portia to have this situation with her. In a sense, I kind of understand where she coming from, because Drew was all up Portia ass. We gonna be honest about that. And then when they were talking about rich bitches don't, you know, broke bitches split checks, Drew said rich bitches buy houses. Girl, you can't be that rich. You gotta construct. You got a contract. Got a lien. You got a lien on you. So what are you talking about? You know, you got a lien on you. I'm sorry, lien. I don't need to be corrected again, bitches. But she got a lien on her. So how the fuck is she gonna sit up here and say rich bitches buy houses? Like, girl, buy. Then for you to bring up Step Up and how much it's brought in a box office as if you had a starring role in it, girl, we only know you as playing yourself on the game, and we only know you for playing T-Boz and TLC. Anything else you did that I know of, it was some Chitlin Circuit plays. Get your money by any means, but don't get your ass on here and act like you're doing better than anybody else. You and Kenya's careers are parallel when it comes down to acting. It's just that you had a little bit more of a role than Kenya did, because everything Kenya did was 5-second roles. You did get to play T-Boz in TLC, but whatever, girl, you ain't doing that much. Why did Drew tell the girls about the jet even though Kenya told her not to? Cause she can have some attention, so she can have something to do on the show. That's why. Then, you know, Drew starts educating Kenya on her situation in regards to the tissue growing up in her stomach or whatever the fuck she was talking about. Using it as a moment to play victim, as she always does. At this point, Drew is a professional victim. She don't own her shade. She throws shade, and then when somebody throws something back at her, she got to bring up something very drastic so she can pretend as though she's the victim and she's not the fucking victim. Girl, bye. You know what the fuck you been up to. You know what the fuck you did. Stop acting like you a victim, because you're not. I don't really care to talk about Cynthia and Mike's wedding, but everybody was going in on Cynthia about having a super spreader wedding, and everybody was asked the question of would they do a wedding like that in this type of environment with COVID-19. Everybody else said no except for Kandi, but we already know Kandi don't believe in wearing no damn mask, no way. Now we get into Kandi and Portia's relationship. And I was cracking up laughing because I'm like, this season's so damn boring. We got to talk about old shit, bringing up old stuff. you know, everybody was talking about Kandi and Portia's relationship and how they have been able to evolve and do better amongst each other. And, you know, Kenya had her opinion basically saying if I was Kandi, I would just keep my eye open on her. She's still in the process of forgiving and forgetting. For me, and this is for me, this is not me trying to shit on Portia. This is just for me, okay? For me, for Scotty. How Scotty would handle it. This ain't got nothing to do with the show. This is me, okay? And this explains why I don't like Portia. This is for me. I gotta say that over and over again. This is about what I think and how I feel and how I would handle it. For me, being friends with Portia is a stretch, okay? For me, if someone accused me of trying to drug them and violate them and set it on national TV for the world to see, I would never talk to them again. I would never talk to them again. That's just 100% facts. I would never talk to them again. There would be no conversation. There would be nothing to be said. There would be nothing to talk about. There would be no sit downs. There would be nothing. I would never talk to them again. As far as I'm concerned, they're dead to me. I would never speak to nobody that did something like that to me. Now, we can blame Phaedra, but Phaedra not on the show. So I don't want to talk about her. We talk about Portia and Kandi. If it were me, I wouldn't fuck with her again. Not even on no cordial shit. It would be nothing for me to speak on. Now I could be in the same room with her and tolerate her, but I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to laugh at you. I don't want to, you know, eat garlic bread at your table when we at the same event. Let me go sit at another table. Like, let's just act like we don't know each other. I don't see you. You don't exist to me. That's the way I would handle it. In real life, that's how I would handle it. It's like when y'all be asking me questions about people that y'all know I don't really fuck with like that. I always say I don't know them. Because I don't. It is just what it is. So that's exactly how I would deal. You want to know if that's true? Ask Jamar. Ask Terrence. Ask Josiah. Them three right there, they will fucking know. Okay? Why did Portia stop dealing with Marlo? In my opinion, she stopped dealing with Marlo because Marlo became friends with Kenya. That's what I feel like. I feel like she started, you know, showing out and being shady once they started back being cool. But I think that Marlo kind of fucked that up towards the end on her own. Inserting herself in stuff that had nothing to do with her. And I feel like Marlo was just pissed at Portia because Portia wasn't being honest with her. And towards the end of the show, Marlo said the same person's ass that you kissing, the same person that you trying to kiss up to and do all this extra shit for, was the one who told me all your tea. And that person was Kandi. So I'm ready to see what the rest of this shit is going to be. Y'all, I can't wait till this shit is over. But for further discussion on this episode, it will be discussed later on tonight on the Whether You Like It or Not reality show panel, which stars myself, Bundy Blue, giving you the real tea, Jamie That's Me, Niecy Dixon, Josiah's World TV, Alexander Rogers, and shit, I know I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody. Oh God, just charge it to my head, not my heart. There's so many of us up there. I feel like I'm missing somebody. But with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe and share this video. And be sure to follow me on all social media. It's below my video. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. To my next video, I'll holler at you later. Peace out.